So here I am. It's a random Saturday. It's like two something in the afternoon. Um, anyway, what does that matter? I'm sitting here somewhere in the middle of life, of being on this planet, of living what I'm hoping is the best timeline. Um, and so I just have things to say, have always had things to say. And, this platform is such a huge place and space, to the point where I was like, what am I going to share? What could I possibly share with anybody that would make someone want to listen to me? But then I'm like, why the fuck not? Here I am. I've lived a lot of life. Believe it or not, I'm 44 and I'm in a therapy program. I'm going to school to be a therapist. I feel like a lot of different things have set me on this path, a lot of living, which at some point you will get to hear about. Lucky you. And I'm I'm in this space where I feel like everything's changing, like reality in a lot of ways has slowly been, you know, melting and melding and fading away. And who I thought I was and who I thought I would be is no longer possible. And so I'm in this space where nothing is really working, or like the things that I use to soothe myself are not working. The things that I use to, you know, distract myself is no longer working. And this camera I've had since 2016. And as you can see on this channel, I've used it maybe like a few times. Uh, but she has collected dust. She's absolutely collected dust. And I don't know. I'm sitting here studying for class coming up this week, and I just decided to pull it out and start talking. Um, I just feel like as someone who's in their 40s and trying to figure out their life, and in a lot of ways have had these like starts and stops, just felt like coming and talking and starting from somewhere in the middle of my life. And so I have this little piece that I wanted to read. I have my computer over here off on the side. And, I just wanted to read this to you. And it says, I am sovereign. I'm standing in the middle of my life, not at the beginning, not at the end, but in the sacred space where everything begins again. I am here to become one of the most influential visionaries of my generation, not through force, but through truth, love, and radical imagination. I choose joy, intimacy, abundance, and wealth, not just for myself, but for the communities I walk with. I'm becoming the fullest expression of myself in this timeline, and I welcome the people, opportunities, and miracles that recognize me as I recognize myself. If you hear something in these words that feel familiar, maybe maybe we are meant to build something together. And maybe we are, or maybe not. But one thing that is true for me is I'm human, and the things that I've been through are human. And I feel like I can share those things. I feel like I can or be of service in some way, shape, or form. Like, I don't plan on editing this. I don't plan on making anything like super edited or produced, because that's not life. Life isn't edited or produced. I'm just a person who's learned a lot and wants to talk shit, essentially. And so this project is going to be me telling my stories and talking my mess with some lessons in there. Hopefully I can offer something to y'all or to someone to learn from where I've been in hopes that you go further than I go. Who's to say where I'm going to go? But I think it's going to be good. Regardless, I think it's going to be really good. So, one of the things that I've been currently sitting with is this idea of just being in the middle, you know, being in the middle of life and like what that means. It's like I feel like I've come out of something, and the person that I was is not who I'm going to be. And so there's this middle space of becoming. And right now, I'm just trying to find things that I can commit to somewhat regularly. So going to the gym, um, trying to figure out things that I like to eat, trying to figure out things that I like to watch, because all of that has changed. I feel like a blank slate, and I have this opportunity to become something new. And I just wonder how that is for y'all. Like, have you entered this space of becoming before? And if so, like, what was that process like? Um, are you going through that right now? How are you feeling right now? I know for me, before I plop this camera down, I just have been feeling a little antsy, like wanting to like exert some energy, but like my old coping mechanisms, such as like watching TV and streaming or scrolling, like they just don't do it anymore. Like they don't give me that dopamine that it used to. And so I'm just slowly figuring it out day by day. And I'm just curious of what that's like for y'all, or if y'all are experiencing that in your life, and how are you taking in the day? Not as the person that you were, but as the person that you were becoming. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you. Maybe as things improve and I get more comfortable here, you know, well, you know what? Fuck it. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is what it's going to be. I'm going to keep talking. Perfect, imperfect. This is it. So stay tuned.